She gave me the envelope while smirking, as if it were a joke I hadn't quite grasped. "Happy birthday," she said. "I've given you everything." I glanced at the divorce documents inside. Impersonal, sterile, pre-signed, no conversation. I offered a slow, deliberate smile, met her gaze and replied, "Just wait until your lover sees what I recorded." Her smirk crumbled. Then it fell apart. She crumpled to the floor, like a doll discarded of its strings. I remained still, unmoved, just stood there, observing the moment shatter into pieces, just as I knew it would. For you see, deceit doesn't shout. It murmurs. It sows seeds, then waits for the ripening truth to be plucked. And I waited, patiently, cautiously, meticulously, for 5 years. That was our marriage duration. 8, if we count the years before the vow. She was my confidant, my joint aspirant. We constructed everything together, the business, the home, the future we swore by. She was the fuel I nurtured and the tranquility I embraced. Or so I thought. At first, the small crack seemed insignificant. During dinner, her phone lay face down. A fresh, unfamiliar laughter echoed. The name Ryan lingered excessively in casual talks. She referred to him as a colleague. I saw it as mere coincidence initially. However, time has an uncanny ability to heighten intuition. Betrayal carries a distinct, metallic taste, akin to blood. I ceased questioning and opted for observation instead. A discreet kind of surveillance, unobtrusive, undetectable. The revelation arrived on a Tuesday, with rain pattering against the window, coffee in my hand. She was bathing. Her phone vibrated. I didn't reach out. I didn't need to. The screen flickered briefly enough. "Last night was perfect. I can still taste you." There it was. Evidence. My heartbeat remained steady. My hands were calm. No anger. Just quietness. Calmness. I smiled, not because I pardoned her, but because I understood the game for what it truly was. From that moment on, I was no longer her husband. I orchestrated her downfall. I started subtly. One doesn't demolish a house with a match. Instead, one wires it to self-destruct. To begin, I planted covert surveillance, audio in her car and hidden cameras at home. I observed her bring him in while I was working late. I overheard their secret lies in the bed that once belonged to us. I documented every detail. Next, I consulted a lawyer privately, not for filing yet, but to comprehend the battlefield. It turned out she could claim half of everything unless adultery could be proven. With proof, I collected plenty: dates, names, footage. I stored it on an encrypted hard drive, duplicated and secured behind a biometric lock only accessible by me. Then, I sought help from my financial connections. A forensic accountant. I moved our joint accounts into safeguarded investments. Quietly, she was oblivious to this. Only once did I meet Ryan, at a restaurant 2 cities away. He didn't recognize me. I inquired about his girlfriend, and he boasted, calling her his exit strategy. I departed without completing my coffee. Subsequently, I waited, in anticipation of my birthday. She's prone to sentimentality and predictability. I anticipated her selecting that day for her confrontation. She thought she was being poetic, but poetry can be two-edged. The previous night, she kissed me as if there were no issues, and promised a surprise. I consented, expressing eagerness. The following morning, she wore red, her signature color. She offered the envelope like it was a prize, stating she was granting me freedom. I expressed gratitude, then withdrew my phone from my pocket, opened the folder labeled Closure, and initiated the first video. It depicted her, in our bedroom, with another man. She made an attempt to seize it, but I retreated, maintaining composure. I calmly declared that I had forwarded copies to my lawyer, hers, and HR at his workplace. I mentioned the irony of adultery clauses and workplace misconduct. Her eyes widened. I wasn't bluffing. She stretched out for the table to stabilize herself. Then she fainted. I remained standing there, sipping coffee. She regained consciousness later, her eyes darting like a cornered creature. "Why didn't you speak up?" you murmured. I squatted, gazing straight into your eyes. "Revenge tastes sweeter when it's matured, and today is a celebration, recall? I left the amended divorce documents on your chest, same as before. Full control of the business. No alimony. A forfeiture clause attached. All signed. All yours." Some men shout. Some shatter things. I construct. Then I dismantle deliberately. You serve me betrayal. I return the favor with retribution. They claim betrayal is an art. I differ. It's hasty, fueled by instinct. But revenge is a masterwork. And today, the exhibit unveiled. You delivered on your promises. Now I'm reclaiming everything. Happy birthday to me.